Ladies and gentlemen, it is your host here. It is Team Rarai. So, how is everyone doing out there on this Tuesday's edition? I am doing wonderful, and of course, I will discuss my social accounts when the video is completely over. Now it is time for my quick introduction. I want you guys and gals to sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab some to eat, or grab some to drink. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to chill like a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions on the subject. And of course, the link will be down below, or the article will be down below. It'll be strictly an article. Alrighty then. Now, I had never ever talked about this subject before. I don't think I did. So, I want to talk about this for a long time. Okay? Now, everyone knows that some of these wrestlers in WWE has big fat contracts. If you know what I'm saying, that's awesome. If not, I'm sorry. For example, Roman Reigns, he deserves that kind of contract, okay? Probably a lot of money includes it. He wrestles less and less and less because he deserves it, and probably a lot of money. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. Give him a bag of money, less appearances. And he deserves it, right? If I'm wrong, leave a comment down below. Okay? Now, the wrestlers, male or female, who's non-TV, who's not getting like a major storyline, they still give me a pretty good amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I cannot really explain it, but some of these wrestlers, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm right, they fix their contract like they do for the NFL, NBA, hockey, MLB. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Like, I think recently I made a video that Rey Mysterio signed a 5-year deal with the company. There's no way in heck he's going to be there for 5 years. Maybe he's done as a wrestler, but maybe he's going to do it backstage. You know, they don't tell you how much money they make, you know, on these contracts. Not like I said, the professional sports, you know, NBA, NFL, and the list goes on and on, you know. These guys and gals make so much money of the wrestling, you know. They think they don't, but they do. Especially the top stars like Roman, Brock, Cody. When John Cena was there, he makes tons of money, you know. Now, probably CM Punk makes a lot of money, but he does not show up every single Monday Night Raw. Same thing with his wife, you know. I think she signed like a part-time contract this past September. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? Now, like I mentioned it a couple months ago, I am not a fan when they give these women or guys the title when they're not there all the time. You know? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. You know, I don't mind they're on TV, but as a champion, look at Punk. I guess you could consider him a part-timer or a full-timer because he's not there every single Monday Night Raw. Maybe he is. I just don't. It's a big blur, you know? I just hate when part-timers get the opportunity to become champion and then they take a long hiatus. Like another example, Brock Lesnar. And I know somebody's going to say he deserves it. I know he deserves it, but he should, well, WWE should tell him to drop the belt. Same thing with Roman. That's the only time he was the longest champion because he's never on television at that, you know, title reign. Let's just be honest. He only shows up for big moments, like in WrestleMania, Royal Rumble back in the day. You know, like less and less. Back then, when he's a full-time wrestler, he put his bodies in his heart and soul on for us. And I understand family's more important than this flipping job. You know what I'm saying? But to each their own. You know, eventually he's gonna hang it up completely, and WWE's gonna be flipping screwed because they depend on him way too long. Same with Cody Rhodes. He's not gonna be here forever. That's why they need to make new stars. And then the stars we have, some wrestling fans don't give a crap, and some other fans do give a crap about their characters. Now, for me, let's just be honest. I don't give a crap about these current stars. I watch, but it's not like when I was growing up. If you know me, you know me. Sorry for rambling. Like Austin, I marked out a lot, you know, because his music was so amazing. What he did in ring was amazing. Triple H, Taker, the list go on and on. Now these guys, like, maybe I gotta fall in love with their character. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the women, you know. But it seemed like that Taker loved to piss money away. They said they're broke, but they have money, but not the money. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'm wrong with so situation. No wonder these tickets for WWE is going up. Maybe because the wrestlers want more money, so it affects the fans. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So you can read all this information if you want to. If not, I can't force you. You guys could check it out or not check it out. But that's it. And I think I heard a rumor that they want to fix Roman Reigns' contract. I don't know if that's really true back then or not. He should accept it. You know, let him. He should have accepted that fix his contract. You know, these top stars like Roman, Brock, Cody make so much money, more than the average wrestlers in this company. You know, they're not average, but they're not like top level of stars. You know what I'm saying? You know, same thing for the women. You know, I don't know who's the top star who makes so much money in the women's. You hardly see Charlotte Flair on television. You know, I mean she's on TV whenever they flip an her, but I guaranteed she makes so much money too. That's why Sasha Banks or AK, her other name, was so mad that she should be the top women of the company. Well, you walked out, and that's not a good thing. Should do. She should never walked out. If I were her, of course I'm not her. You should talk to the management even more instead of making a big hissy fit. You know, that's not good for business. I know her creating was not very good, how they booked her and her partner, but still, you should never walk out with your job. No other normal job will ever put up with that BS. I'm just saying, you know, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Sorry for mentioning real life issues. So let me know what you think about these wrestlers, male or female, get these big fat contracts. They don't even use them that much on TV. They're just wasting TKO or WWE's money. It's stupid. But what do I know? I'm just a flipping fan. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If not, sorry everyone. Now follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. All my social media accounts will be down below for sure. Now if you want to be part of my show, that'd be amazing. If not, do one, but have a good one, and thank you very much for watching my classic videos and my current ones. Peace out, and I'll see you guys tonight.